first and 10.
Red on red.
The tight end, Ingram, is on the move. Here's Lawrence to throw right away. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here's carry number 1 for Travis Etienne. And this will be a Jaguars first down as he gets this up past the 40-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. But some success here early on the ground will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
First carry for the Auburn alum, Tank Bigsby. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
When the offense broke the huddle in a line, Mike, I think everybody in the stadium knew this was going to be a run, but the offense is kind of saying, okay, line up, I dare you to try to stop us, and right now this defense has no answers.
Lawrence now to throw on first down. That's into the hands of Travis Etienne. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
Second and a yard. Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
By the Seahawks. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10. Throwing from the start. Here's Smith. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. To the 20. And he will take this one in. 87 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Jason Myers on to attempt the extra point. He's got it. And the Seahawks will take a 7-0 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. On the return, it's Devin Duvernay. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The drive begins with a carry from Etienne. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. Once again, it's Etienne. The defense all over this one. They get him behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a couple. On third down, here's Etienne.
the ball carrier. The tackle made by Julian Love. A 2-yard gain.
On fourth down, the Jaguars send out the veteran Logan Cook to punt.
For the Jaguars.
He'll return it from the 11. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. They'll motion over Metcalf. Quick throw, taken in. Still on the move. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. A terrific job all the way around, especially after the catch, Greg, to take it to the end zone for a touchdown.
I'm just so impressed by the acceleration of this receiver, Mike. He catches what is a short pass, and he's able to turn it up the field and take it all the way for 6. That is an impressive play, run after catch.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. They'll give it to ETN to start this drive. And he'll only get it to the 26-yard line, setting up 2nd and long.
He was brought down at the 26. A gain of a yard.
They'll run it once more with ETN. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. Here's 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. That's over the middle and taken in. He's got it. They pick up 17 through the air. That's good for a Jaguar 1st down.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. They'll run for the first time with their fullback. And he'll pick his way forward, a gain of about 5. And that's going to set up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the 1st quarter. It's the Seahawks with the early lead. We'll have more from Jacksonville after this. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Downfield, got him, and he's got it. 2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a 1st down. Play action now. It's Lawrence. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key third down.
That's taken in by Thomas. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
Recognizing the blitz is just the first step in the process for a quarterback, understanding who you can account for with the protection and then who you can't account for. That's where your hot receiver comes in. He points to his receiver, who the defender they're hot off of. That guy comes, gets the ball out of his hand, and results in a completion.
Hey, I'm gun.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. That's over the middle and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 20-yard line.
When you find yourself in this situation, Mike, you're on defense, you're defending your own goal line, you got to take some chances. You got to try to force a turnover and make a play and get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
That is hard. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 80 yards. Touchdown, Seattle.
This is when you're very fortunate as an offensive play caller, Mike, that you not only have the speed on the outside, but you got the big arm behind center, because it doesn't get real fancy. If you can hold up in the protection, you're saying run as fast and as far as you can. I'm going to throw it as far as I can, and when you connect, it is a thing of beauty, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Duvernay on the return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Here's first and 10.
Hey, Lion. Here we go.
They go play action for Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And he's going to take this one all the way. 71 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A first down throw for Smith. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
The first carry for the Spartan, Kenneth Walker. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
He runs with it. 10 yards on the scramble there, and he picks up the first down.
Mike, anytime you're preparing to play a quarterback like this, the defense has to be prepared to keep him in the pocket. Once he gets out, we can see clearly why he is such a threat with his legs.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. And he's fighting to try to get back to the line of scrimmage, but will not do it. This is going to be a loss of a yard.
Now, there hasn't been a whole lot for this crowd to be excited about on either side of the ball, but at least now the defense is trying to be that spark. Nice tackle for loss there. Can they do something to build upon to try to get this team going?
From the pistol, Smith. Quick throw here is complete. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the gun, it's Gino. Smith and Jigba left side. He's got it. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here till halftime. Back with more from Jacksonville after this timeout. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Smith to throw. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
When you air it out like that on these big shots downfield, they're not always high percentage plays. It takes a lot of things to line up timing-wise, location of the field, accuracy of the throw to result in those big plays, but I think they've got to continue to search for those and try to generate a little bit of a spark. Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Here's 3rd and 2. Smith now. He gets that to his big target, Fant. And he's in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seahawks. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Devin Duvernay going to bring it out of the end zone. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
Hey, let's go.
Lawrence gives this one to ETN. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
The ability to be effective on 1st down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a 3rd down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
On 1st and 10, Lawrence. Got a man downfield, it's Thomas. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins, and it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline, so as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
Open man, that's Devin Duvernay. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
At the 21-yard line.
Go, go, let's go. Go, go. 11. Hey, kill.
Here's Lawrence to throw. That is caught. What a throw. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jaguars. That's his second touchdown so far here in the first half. Little on now for the extra point. He's got it. And the Jaguars are able to edge a bit closer. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And this is going to be a Seahawks first down as he gets this up to the 42. Now Seattle going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half. Play action now. It's Gino taking the deep shot for Smith and Jigba. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball is over 60 yards in the air, and I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to just air it out and see if they can complete one of those.
Second down. Smith in trouble, and he's going to be taken down. So we've reached halftime, and the visiting Seahawks are out in front as we head downstate to Orlando. And we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman, who's got our EA Sports halftime report. All right, Coach, thank you very much. We welcome you back. It is quarter number 3. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. This drive starts on the ground with Walker. And he finds some daylight. Up past the 35-yard line. A pickup of 7. Second down and 3. They keep it on the ground and keep it with Walker. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield.
So as we take a look at the box score, Mike, you realize here they got the lead. We're in the second half, but they don't have a lot of rush yards. It's because they use the passing game to score points and establish the lead. Now, how we judge their run game is from here to the end of the game. Can they pile up yards now in the second half and close this game out?
And that's good run support on the edge. Nice tackle out wide. That'll hold them to a gain of 2. Second down and 8. First run of the game here with Zach Charbonnet. And he's going to take this all the way home. Zach Charbonnet. Touchdown, Seattle. Big play out of the running game as the back accelerates all the way to the house for the rushing touchdown.
And Mike, when we talk about burst, that's what we're talking about, and they told us all week, be ready for this guy. He's got something special to him, and that long touchdown there is exactly what they're talking about.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Devin Duvernay going to bring it out of the end zone. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Now a handoff. ETN. He'll work his way forward for about 3 yards. Big Leonard Williams brings him down. 2nd and 7.
At the 24-yard line.
Lisa 24.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. And he will take this one in. 76 yards. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Here's Cam Little for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Jaguars back within a couple of scores. It's 35-21. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. On the bootleg, it's Smith. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score. 70 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game and number 12 on the year. Myers now to add the PAT. It's up and good. And the Seahawks will extend this 3rd quarter lead.
Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kickoff team is out on the field, And we're back to it as the kick's away. Devin Duvernay gonna bring it out of the end zone. A good return as he takes it across the 30.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Red on red. Sink right. 11, again.
To the right, on the run, it's ETN. And he'll plow forward for a gain of 4 yards. Here's 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
13, Lou.
Now here's Lawrence. Catch made right side by Thomas. And he's taken down, but just shy of midfield.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another 1st down.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks, so don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run. The whole idea of the play-action pass, Mike, is that you can slow the pass rush down enough that it allows longer, slower developing pass concepts to open up downfield. But in this case, they were on him so fast that by the time he got his head around, that ball needed to come out. There was no timing and ultimately led in an incompletion.
On the give, it's ETN. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
For that play to work, Mike, you have to distort the defensive line at the point of attack. And what that means is the offensive lineman, you need one of them to win their block. Move the defender out of his gap. Because when you do, you can see there is a nice run lane for the back to hit.
Hey, kill. Here we go.
Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. That is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Christian Kirk. It's 2nd down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
Easy. Read of 24. Read of 54.
Now Lawrence. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 10.
Hey, run. Stay right open. Go.
Lawrence. And that is incomplete. Devin Witherspoon with the tight coverage as he knocks it away.
Really nice job here by the defender. I mean, how often, Mike, do we see on these long downfield passes the defender kind of lose the ball in the air and get himself out of position? Well, that wasn't the case here. Really well done. And if I'm this quarterback, after these back-to-back incompletions, I got to find myself a little rhythm and take some easier throws.
Lawrence to throw for it on 4th down. This one incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion, and they'll take the ball over on downs.
Yeah, when you find yourself down big here in the second half, you have to maximize every possession, and that's exactly what the coach tried to do, going for it on fourth down, give yourselves a chance to cut into this big lead, but it's the defense that came through again with a huge stop, and that's going to make their chances of coming back that much more difficult.
A gain of 14. Good for a quick first down.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
DK Metcalf was the intended target, and that will lead to a second down. Here's a handoff to Walker, running to the left. And he's going to be out of bounds here on what will wind up being the final play of the third quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Off the play fake, it's Smith. He's going to air one out for Metcalf. And he's into the end zone yet again. DK Metcalf. Touchdown, Seahawks. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. They continue to add points. Greg, very interesting here. They are just rolling up the score even though we're in the 4th.
No doubt, Mike. I mean, this offensive play caller has no let-up. I mean, he's going to see how many points can I put on this scoreboard before that clock runs out.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. And we'll see a return here from his own end zone. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Jaguars take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
These are 24.
A first down throw for Lawrence. And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
Really well done here by the defense, Mike, executing this zone defense, and they've got to be able to pattern read. You're not just going to drop back to a spot and just play like a robot. Based on what the receivers do off the line, the defenders have different rules of where their zones move to. Well, they had that one dialed in right from the jump, and they were able to stop that play really before it got started.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And he's got another one. Brian Thomas. Touchdown, Jacksonville. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Well, it's not going to be enough, but at least they find the end zone at the end of a hard week's work. At least a little payoff with a touchdown, Greg.
Mike, you can just chalk this one up in the column of too little, too late. Give credit to this offense for not going down without a fight, but they're not going to have enough time to find themselves back in this one.
Makes the score Seahawks 49, Jaguars 48.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. And he's going to bring it out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
On first down, they'll start with Charbonnet.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
And he'll get a couple of yards, and that's good enough for the first down.
I'll pick up the 2 yards. First down, Seattle.
From the shotgun, Smith. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work first and 10. Here's a handoff to Walker. And he's going to be stopped in his tracks. He'll lose a couple of yards on that one.
A loss of 2 brings up the second and 12 at the 15-yard line.
Here's a second and 12. Now, Gino. Metcalf, left side, he's got it. And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules, and the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
They can still pick up a first down here, and they'll line up to go for it on fourth down. They'll go. Smith. That's taken in. And this won't be a touchdown, but it will be a first down as they're able to get the conversion and set up first and goal. Here's Walker. And he'll just get up inside those big bodies up front. And he's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seattle. Myers, good on the extra point. And the Seahawks will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Michael Dixon to kick off for Seattle.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll manage to get this back only to about the 20-yard line.
Jaguars take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Rip, 23. Hey, I'm gun. Here we go.
On first down, Lawrence. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. Incompletion. Brian Thomas, the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
Hurry left. Go, let's go. Go.
From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. Now he'll air one out. He's got it. They're going to have it first and goal. He'll be out of bounds at about the 5-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. That's a pickup of 75 yards. Lawrence now. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
The defender saw this the entire way, Mike. He actually ran the route before the receiver even got to his spot. I think they're fortunately this one didn't end up getting picked and going the other way.
Hey, kill. 13, Luke.
Second down, Lawrence. That's in the end zone and intercepted. It's the safety, Julian Love. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here as they get it at their own 4.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown, and instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
Easy.
They'll motion over Metcalf. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive, and he will dive forward just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
These edge rushers, they are judged by their sack totals, Mike. They love to rush the passer. But they have responsibilities in the run game as well. Great job here, keeping it to no gain.
53.
Throwing on second down, Smith. This ball is intercepted. Tyson Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with first and goal.
And just incredible field position for them following that interception. And you could bet, Mike, as this offense is taking the field, they're telling their defense, hey, nice job here, fellas, but don't bother taking those helmets off. Give us a couple plays, we punch this thing in, and we're going to get you guys right back out there.
That's to the end zone, but they can't connect. It's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback?
And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
Certainly hasn't been their best game in terms of rushing the passer, but you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter. No better time for that pass rush to come alive and see if they can close this game out.
Lawrence from the gun here on third down. The outside complete to Thomas.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Kirk is the motion man. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. And the Seahawks are going to have it here as they'll start from their own 7.
Just think back to a few plays ago, Mike. This offense is finding themselves entering the red zone. It looked like we're about to see a touchdown, but that's how fast things can change in this game. The defense finds themselves with their back against the wall, coming up with a huge fourth down stop. Not only do they keep points off the board, but it's nicer to do it when you come off with the ball in your hand.
53, 53. 13 it.
On first down, here's Gino to throw. Oh, the struggles continue. Another interception. Picked off by their rookie corner. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10.
Lisa 24. Take right open. Go, go. Three.
Throwing is Lawrence. He'll take a shot here. Back of the end zone. That'll be incomplete. And now we are down to likely just one more play.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Here we go. One final play. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. So it's a win here for the visiting Seahawks. And it is their 3rd consecutive victory. They continue to play great football here in this latest stretch.